Hey guys, it's Grace here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a six-figure income by publishing only between 5 and 10 books on Kindle. Now, I know a lot of you have been told, like I was told, that you need to publish a volume if you want to create a six-figure income. But actually that strategy does not work long-term, and I'm going to show you why a little bit later on. But if you follow the strategy that I'm about to show you, not only will you make a six-figure income faster, but you're also going to spend less money. You're never going to have to worry about getting reviews again, and you're never going to have to worry about competing in a competitive niche. So if you're like me, I know a lot of people's goal, and mine was as well, was to create $10,000 a month in income. And so at the time I was told that I could reasonably expect about $100 on average per month per book in royalties. And so I figured in order to reach $10,000 a month that I was going to need to publish 100 books. But as it turns out, I reached somewhere under about 50 books, and I had already reached my goal. Now, bear in mind that not all of the books were doing that well. Only a handful of books are doing really well. Also, I didn't create all these books in paperback format. Only a few of them were in paperback format, and I had none in audio format. So just think about like all the money that I was leaving on the table. So I started analyzing like why were these other books doing so well when the other books weren't doing as well. And so I found three things that the books that were doing well all had in common. And number one was I had created a series of books in the same niche by the same author. Number two was I had an opt-in, and I collected emails for each one of those books, and I emailed out to my list. And number three was they were in niches that I was really passionate about and had a lot of interest in. So I did a lot of the research myself, and I did a lot of the writing and rewriting myself, so I knew that these were quality books. But before I go into actually how to do all of this, first I just want to take you over to Amazon, and I want to show you a couple authors and publishers that I found who are using this strategy, and they are absolutely knocking it out of the park. And then you'll get a really good idea about how all this works. Alright guys, so here we are. This is our first example. This author writes about productivity. And so the first thing you want to do is let's take a look at the author profile link, and just take a look at all the books that he writes. You can see that he writes books all on productivity. And so let's take a look at his sales ranking on Amazon. So we're going to go up here to KD Spy. We're going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to bring up all his books. This is his Kindle books. He's got 13 of them. And let's put them in sales rank order. Now check this out. This author has 13 books. Every single one of them is under the 100,000 sales rank. I mean, that's pretty incredible. You do not see this very often. I don't know if I've actually ever seen this at all. But as you can see, he is doing, he's almost doing six figures with these 13 books, just the Kindle books alone, without the paperback. Now, if we added in the paperback as well, his rankings, he's doing really well. He's got quite a few under the 100,000 rank for paperback, and he's making well over six figures just with the paperback and with the Kindle, and that does not include his audiobooks. So Damon is doing phenomenal. So let's take a look at what is Damon actually doing. So let's take a look inside his book here. I'm going to show you the strategy that we're talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the book, and we're going to look inside. And you're going to notice that the first thing that he does is that he promotes all his other books right up front. Now this is his paperback, so all of these in his Kindle book, these will all be links to his other books. And then the first thing that he does here, that right up front, is he gives away a free gift to get on his mailing list. So he gives away a free gift, and then here's the link here. But one thing that I want to point out that he also mentions in here that's really important is he talks about what it means to be on his email list. So he says, being on my email list means that you'll also be the first to know when I release a new productivity book, and I plan to release them at a steep discount or even free for the first 24 hours. So that's when he puts it on free promotion. By signing up for my list, you'll get early notification. So when he has this following and he sends this out, he is more likely to get reviews and sales when he sends this out to his list. Okay, so let's go take a look at his landing page and see what that looks like. Okay, so as you can see, here's his landing page. Here's his free gift that he's giving away. It is really a plain, a very basic landing page. There's nothing fancy about this. Anyone can create this page. And I happen to know that he is doing really, really well with his list. And I'm going to show you how I know that he's got a nice size list. Because let's go back to his book here. We're going to come down here. Let's see here. Let me go to Kindle. It's easier. We set this up a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to come down here to customers who bought this book also bought. And so look at all of these other books of Damon's that they purchased all the way across the line. That is simply amazing. He is doing a bang-up job. Now, other things that you really, this is such key information here, because not only can you see what other books that they bought of Damon's, but you can see other books that they bought from other authors. And so this gives you a sense of what your reader is interested in. So they're not just interested in productivity. Obviously, they're interested in self-development. They're interested in building their confidence and better thinking, skill acquisition, forming better habits. So actually, you know, the author can start writing about any one of these instead of just productivity, because productivity can get boring after a little while. And if you want to open up your market, it looks like this is the other kinds of things that you really want to know, not just your niche, but you want to know a little bit about your demographics. You want to know something about your readers. The more you know about your readers, the more you're going to know what to write about. So this is just a wealth of information here when you come down to this section about the other books that customers have purchased. So let's go over to our next, here is our next author. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on the author link here. All his books are going to come up. We'll go over here to Katie Spy, go ahead and click on that. It's going to bring up his sales rank eventually. Okay. Here it is. So this is for his Kindle books. Let's put these in order. Okay, so he's got, now not all of his books are under 100,000, but look how many he has right here. He's got quite a few, at least 10 or more books. What is this? 10, 11 books under the 100,000 mark. Sales rank. So this is really incredible as well. He's doing really well with these books. He's probably making close to 6 figures with this. Now, if you add in his paperback book sales, he's definitely making over 6 figures with his books, just the first 10. Okay, now he doesn't, I've looked at his marketing. His marketing isn't quite as good as Damon's, but he's doing a pretty good job, and I'm going to show you why. So let's go over and let's go open, I know this book does really well here. Okay, so you can see he also does audio that we didn't add in. So he's doing really, really well over the 6-figure mark with his books. And let's come down. You can see here's the other books that they bought all the way across the board. Peter Hollins, Peter Hollins, Peter Hollins. So they bought all his other books. That's why his other books are doing so well. That's why he has so many under the 100,000 sales rank. But let's go ahead and open up this book and see what Peter's done as far as his lead magnet. So the very first thing you can see that he has here, he's got a link for a free gift. Let's go ahead and click on that link. And then it's going to bring up, this is a super bland landing page. I probably changed this. He probably doesn't do as well because this page is it's really bad actually. But obviously he's doing pretty good with it, but I think that he could do better. But still, you know, there's a lot of room for improvement right here. But Peter's doing really well. Let's go over to our next example. Okay, now Gundy is the next author, and Gundy, if you want to look down, let's go look at Gundy's sales here. She's got quite a few bestsellers, as you can see. Now, Gundy knows exactly what she's doing here. She is doing it right. She's doing everything right. She's doing an amazing job. She just put out this new book here, Jobs and Business. Let's take a look at this. Look at this. 167 customer reviews. Now, what's really amazing about that is if you come down here to when this book was published, this book was published just recently, 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago, and she's got 167 reviews already. That is pretty incredible. But I want to show you something really interesting that Gundy is doing. First, let's take a look. Let's just take a look at what she's doing in sales first. Let me show you that before we move on. Okay. Gundy has 11 books, and look, majority of them, all 10 of them, are under the 100,000 sales rank on Amazon. She's got a few on in paperback as well. So Gundy is doing amazing. Now, Gundy also has a program. She has a course that she sells. So a lot of where she directs her readers to go is to her course. So she uses this as a lead magnet as well. So not only is she doing really well with the books, she is using this to send traffic to her other courses. But let's go ahead and open up this new book because there's something really interesting in here that I want to show you. So we go look at the first couple pages here. Okay. So Gundy has done something a little bit different with this. This is really interesting. So she is actually marketing another book that is on free promotion. And this is pretty brilliant, actually. So she's getting all of this traffic. And you can see it's a new book. She's got it priced at 99 cents. She is probably sending ads to it. She probably has it on Amazon Marketing Services. And so all that traffic is going to that book. And then in return, she's sending more traffic over to this Kindle Publishing book, which is on free promotion. Use this, and this is, so she's going in here and she is changing her books inside her description when the books go on free promotion. And this book, if you click on it, let's go ahead and click on the link. This book you're going to see, if we open this one up, this one will actually direct you to her course. Okay, so she has a special master class, and she sends all of that traffic to a video that sells her course, a webinar. So that is pretty ingenious. So she is doing it right. And I'll tell you what, I am actually on Gundy's mailing list. And so Gundy had sent me an email to get a free advanced reviewer copy. So she was going to give me a free copy of her book in return for a review. And that is what she is doing, and she's sending it out to her list, and that is how she got 167 reviews in as little as 2 weeks. So this would pretty much solve your issue with reviews. So once you create your list. Now, I'm going to go into show you exactly what you need to do to get started. So I'm just going to draw a couple books here. So this is your first book. You're going to keep all your books in the same niche or something similar. So if you're in the money-making niche, you're going to keep it in the money-making niche, or if you're in productivity, you're going to keep it in the productivity niche. Okay, so for your first book, you're going to send advertisement, and you're going to market on AMS, which is Amazon Marketing Services. And when this goes on free promotion, so even though you're not making any money from this book, you want to send traffic, because your objective here is to get emails, is to collect emails and build your email list, which is going to, in turn, you are going to send sales to your next book. So every book afterwards, so if you feed this first book when it's on free promotion, you can keep it at 99 cents. you can give it away for free forever. You can use it as your lead magnet to sell all your other books. Or once you can also, when these books go on free promotion, you can send advertising to these books once they're on free promotion through AMS. Okay, and then you can price this one back at $2.99 or wherever you're going to price this one. And now this one's on free promotion, and then you're going to send all your advertising to it when it's free, and when it's new, you're going to keep it at 99 cents to build up as much traffic as possible and to continuously build your list. Then you're going to build relationships with your email list, and then every time you come out with a new book, you're going to let them know, you're going to send them an email and let them know you're coming out with a new book, and you can give them advanced copies like Gundy did and ask for a review in return. And this is how you will never have to ever worry about reviews again. So basically, you want to get started with your first book. You're going to have to, I mean, this is a long-term strategy, but you're going to have to give away your first book, and you're going to have to market your first book and build your list in order to get reviews and sales to all of your other books. And that's pretty much how it's done. So I hope you guys understood this. If you have any questions on this, please leave them in the comments below. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can get your first initial reviews to your first book when you don't have a list. Okay, so I hope you like this. Leave me some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.